Yo, what's going on everyone? Hope you're well. So I'm doing another video today. I know it's been a while since I've recorded, but this one I was just thinking, I had a few ideas from some people and had a few people ask me, how do I get the films from my head, the ideas from my head to script? So that's what this video is about. But before I do that, could you please be so kind and subscribe? I would like to hit 100 subscribers before the end of the year. So I have a lot of projects that I do, and they're in different stages of development. I have a couple that have been written and some that are getting written up. What I do is I don't write. Okay, I've tried writing so many times, it's crazy. I've tried different programs, I just can't do it. So what I do is I come up with an idea and then I try and nut it out as much as I can using like Notepad or just scribbling it down, and then I get together with my team or whoever and we try and nut out the rest of it, like the 3 acts, and then I try and get someone to write it for me. It's a bit of a I guess a clunky process because you've got more people involved and stuff like that, but it's all I can do because, like I said, I've tried writing and I can't do it. So I can't, probably not the right word, but if I dedicated enough time to it, because I get the film playing out in my head, excuse me, and then from there I know how I want it, but trying to get the 3 acts together in a script form is that's the difficult part. So as you can see, old mate here on the screen, boom, here's the ideas, man. That's what's up here. For example, aversion. I had the idea. I knew I wanted it to deal with phobias because they're a real sort of mental illness, but I didn't want to upset people who have them, and I still wanted to do it in the horror genre. So I was able to get a writer. We got together, did it, and went through a few drafts, but finally got something that was near where I wanted it. And also when I get it written, I'm not a big fan of a lot of drafts. Reason for that is because I think it waters it down too much. So for example, I think the first 1 or 2 drafts are pretty good. You can pretty much, well, for me, everyone else is different obviously. I can pretty much get what I want in the first 2 drafts. I tend to find if it goes 3, 4, 5 drafts, a lot of other ideas start to spill out. They get added in, and it's just adding stuff in for the sake of adding it in, and it tends to go away from the story, and then tends to increase the budget and cast and that sort of thing. So for me, for the first 1 or 2 drafts, and then if we need to later on when it's table read or whatever, or even just sending it out to the actors and getting their input, we can then adjust as we're going, maybe rewrite a couple of scenes, not do a whole rewrite. But for me, that's just how I feel. I prefer to do it. Obviously a lot of you out there are able to write and make your own scripts, which is an advantage for a lot of you as well, because it does save you a lot of money on writing, having to pay a writer, things like that. But yeah, I've got a couple of projects I want to get written up, and it's just getting the ideas. So the ideas come from different places. They either come from, I might watch a show and I don't know, have a bit of an idea from there, or I just completely think of something completely different and try to make it as original as possible. But once I've got it in my head, we then get it to the script stage, which is where the real nuts and bolts for me happen, because that's when I consult people, give them the ideas, and we sort of try and nut it out together. Then we look at trying to get a writer. So at the moment we've got a few projects we're writing up that are in different stages. We've got a few that we're trying to make an anthology from and combine a few of the stories together. I've just had a new one come to me that we're going to try and condense down a few pages. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But for me, getting the idea from my head to the script, I use someone, because like I said, I can come up with, I have the whole film playing in my head, but getting it onto the script is a different beast altogether. So that's what I do, guys. Obviously everybody else is different. The ones who can write have the advantage, and when I say pay a writer, I don't have endless funds. So might be looking for a writer for a couple of the ones that I've got. It may be a combination of paying a little bit and taking points off the back end, or I'll have to work it out. But I will be off for this month. I've got surgery, so it might give me a little bit of time to look at work out some how to write them properly. I mean, I've been through all the program Celtic, all that sort of thing. I mean, I've got enough scripts on me to see the formats. It's just getting the first, second, and third act. I always have the first and third act that I can write down. It's usually the middle that I know how I want it, but I can't, or I haven't completely got it yet, and I can't get it down. So, I just wanted to make a video on that, guys, on how I get the ideas from my head to the script. Usually I'll come up with it, or I'll have a bit of an influence from a film. I try not to rip it off directly, and then I'll go consult people I know, and from there we get a writer. So leave in the comments how you guys do it. I know a lot of you write it yourselves, where you come up with the ideas. Again, I will be looking for a writer, so unless we sort of try to put it together ourselves, but I'll keep you posted on that. But again, if you could subscribe, like, all that sort of good stuff, that'd be great. I am doing a podcast, so some of this stuff might be on the podcast, which I'll put the link to the Spotify channel in this video. But I'll be trying to do more of these videos, just trying to think of subjects to upload, and then I will be reviewing on my other channel some movies and trailers. So thanks everyone, really appreciate it, and just drop in the comments how you guys write. Bye.